In this grade 12 business studies video, we are looking at the September preparatory paper 2 exam scope. Now we have already started with the essay predictions for paper 2, so if you want to see that it goes well with this video, but we did the essay predictions first before we did the exam scope. So now we are getting into what you can expect as a full scope for your upcoming paper 2. Before we get into it, I want to remind you that we still have the cheat sheets for business studies paper 1 as well as business studies paper 2. The cheat sheets cover everything in terms of the scope of what you need to study for both your preparatory as well as your final examination, and it also highlights in it what are the common essay questions that you need to prepare yourself for. So all you have to do to get yourself a copy is send me an email. As you know, your paper 2 is going to be divided into the two main topics of business ventures and business roles. And when starting with business roles, the first topic that you need to make sure that you cover under business roles is going to be professionalism and ethics. And what are the specific things that you need to make sure that you have studied under this topic? First, we are looking at defining ethical behavior, and then we get into the examples of ethical and unethical behavior. Then from there, you need to get to defining professional behavior, and then also similarly do examples of professional and unprofessional behavior. Then we have the application of the 3 King Code principles, and then you're going to end off with the strategies to deal with unethical and unprofessional business practices. As you may know, that with your question paper as a whole, including your section A and your section B, is not going to be as simple as just choosing between business roles and business ventures. You may have to need to touch both, especially for things like your section A and question 4 in section B. The second topic we're looking at under business roles is creative thinking and problem solving, under which you need to start by first being able to define and differentiate between problem solving and decision making, then be able to outline the steps in problem solving, then from there be able to apply the 4 problem solving techniques and their impacts, and then the application and disadvantages of creative thinking. The third topic is social responsibility, CSR and CSI. The first thing you must be able to do is define those terminologies, then be able to link social responsibility and the triple bottom line, differentiate and give the purpose of CSR and CSI, and then give ways in which businesses can contribute toward the community, and then lastly the impact of CSR and CSI on businesses and the communities they operate within. Then for the third topic, we have human rights, inclusivity and environmental issues. Under it, you need to be able to study or give the human and economic rights in the workplace, look at the social rights and how they can be promoted in the workplace, give the meaning of diversity. By the way, you have to understand that inclusivity means diversity, so you have to give the meaning of diversity in the workplace, then get to dealing with 7 diversity issues in the workplace, and then give the benefits of diversity in the workplace. The last topic under business roles is team performance and conflict management. Under it, you need to be able to give the criteria and the characteristics of successful teams, be able to outline the 5 stages of team development, the causes of conflict in the workplace, conflict resolution technique or steps, give the difference between conflict and grievance, give the 6 types of difficult personalities, and then lastly, be able to recommend ways businesses can deal with difficult employees in the workplace. So once again, business roles, even if it's a topic that you're saying you're not choosing, you might still have to touch it for you to be able to prepare for section A, as well as the half of the question 4 in section B, because remember in question B or in section B you are choosing 2 questions and one of them might be the question 4. The second main topic for your paper 2 is business ventures. Under it, the first topic you need to look into is management and leadership. Under management and leadership, you need to make sure that you have studied the difference between management and leadership, and you are able to give them precisely in the exam. You're also able to apply the 5 leadership styles. By the way, you also have to know what are the 5 leadership styles, and then also be able to give the impact of each leadership style, not to confuse or forget the leadership theories. Most people don't know that we have leadership styles as well as leadership theories, so you need to be able to know both and be able to differentiate if a question is asking for a leadership style or a leadership theory, and be able to apply either one. And then lastly, you are going to end with the role of personal attitudes. So that's what you need to make sure you cover under management and leadership. The second topic under business ventures is going to be investment securities, not to be confused with investment insurance. So investment securities, the first thing you need to make sure that you know and you are comfortable with is be able to give the functions of the JSE, be able to give the types of investment opportunities and the risk factors, or rather the risk factors of each type of investment, give different types of shares, define the 4 investment concept, and differentiate between simple and compound interest. Then we get to the other side of investment, which is investment insurance, and this one, for it to be comfortable with, you need to be able to define compulsory and non-compulsory insurance, be able to differentiate between insurable and non-insurable risk, be able to define the 4 insurance principles. First of all, know what they are to begin with, and then get to the advantages of insurance in business, then the types of compulsory insurance, as well as the benefits of having insurance. For the fourth topic, we have forms of ownership. Under it, be able to give the characteristics of each form of ownership, then be able to define limited and unlimited liability, then give the impact of each form of ownership, and then give the 6 criterion that contributes to the success or failure of each form of ownership. I think when it comes to most topics, you will see that the impacts are always going to be there, so that would be my go-to if I were in your shoes. Then in the last topic, we are looking at presentation and data response. Under it, you need to be able to give the factors to consider before, during, and after a presentation, be able to outline how to respond to questions after the presentation, then get to designing a multimedia presentation, then give examples of non-verbal presentation, and end with the impact of each visual aid. Have YouTube recommend you more of my videos, be sure to click the like button and subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below.